Well, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year's Eve from America's Supermom. It has been such a long time, I think, since I have actually been on video. I tell you, so many things are going on. You know, the holidays, you get caught up in family projects that you're trying to wrap up before the end of the year. Can you believe that this is the last day of 2021? I still am trying to pinch myself. I'm like, where did the time go? Amongst all the craziness that's going on. And that is really what's going on tonight. We were scheduled to have a guest and things happen. So we just have to keep it moving and we will keep you abreast of that interview when it comes back up. But in the meantime, I thought it's the last video that I'll be doing for the end of the year. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to pick your brain. What is it that you plan on doing for 2022? I know that I have several things that I want to get accomplished. And the first thing, which is a little crazy for me, is this 75 hard. So I don't know if you guys have heard about it or not, but I have people that have just kind of got me into this thing of taking this challenge. And if you haven't heard of it, I'm just going to go over it briefly. It's really for your mental toughness. Okay, so yeah, you're going to be doing exercises, following eating plan, but it's really about your mindset, making sure that you're staying focused and disciplined for these set of things that you have to do daily. And if you forget one day, you have to start over. So, one of the things is to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to take a progress picture every day. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. Do two workouts for 45 minutes, and one of them has to be outside. And then the last thing is to follow a meal plan or a diet plan, whatever you want to do. Just there's no cheat meals or alcohol allowed for the 75 days. So that is really the gist. If you could look it up online, they have apps and all these different things. There's a book that goes with it. And I haven't even read the book, y'all. Haven't even got the book. We have some people in our group that have the book. I'm just kind of like a person that, sometimes doing all that other extra reading and preparation can sometimes kind of intimidate you more and make you be like, I don't know about this. So I just took the leap, said that I was going to do it, and there you have it. So, um, there's my guest now. She's calling me. So I am going to send her a text message. Don't you just love this real time stuff? Um, that's what life is all about. So I'm just telling her that I'm live now. But so things happen, you got to keep it moving. I'm all about the no excuses, guys. I mean, if you haven't figured that out with me, it's like, hey, the train still moves. Only because, in my life and my journey with depression, I would let so many things stop me. Oh, it's just not this perfect time. And, one little thing makes me think maybe this is a sign I shouldn't do it. And then I would stop myself. It's crazy. So I just decided, hey, you just got to keep it moving and just figure it out as you go. I mean, I had to do that with being a parent. I was an only child, no siblings, and then boom, 15 kids, y'all. So, you got to learn that, hey, sometimes when you're not ready, you still got to take action. And so that's pretty much what that is like. But this 75 hard challenge, you guys, it's kind of like jumping out of an airplane for me because I'm not the most athletic. I mean, really, two 45-minute workouts every day. I mean, this is really going to be somewhat of a challenge, but I have learned so much about getting out of my comfort zone. This year has just been phenomenal. I got on Clubhouse January 16th. Hey, Della. Della's joining me too. Okay. So I got on Clubhouse January 16th, and this whole year, I mean, the growth, I can't even begin to tell you because we have this club. It's called Elephant Strategy Club. And we talk about the hard things. It's about the elephants in the room that people don't want to talk about. And so, because of that, I mean, I have just grown so much in my knowledge. I have learned how to, let little things roll off my back. I've learned how to communicate better, how to be quiet and listen. I mean, so many things that I've learned. Um, so let me see if she's able to join. This is crazy. I like I was talking to somebody yesterday and we were talking about how people get on videos and they act like they're not on video. But see, this is what COVID has got us, right? We're like at home, chilling out, it's just not the same. So it's like, I am not a news broadcaster, y'all, by any stretch of the imagination. So life happens and we just keep it moving. Okay, so she is trying to find me. So I will have to send her the link. Um, you just gotta love this, guys. So I'm excited about this topic, though. If she is able to join us, the topic is: Are you living a groundhog existence? And we thought this would be a perfect thing to talk about at the end of the year, the very last day, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen that movie Groundhog Day. I really haven't seen it, but it's about the groundhog finding his shadow, and here she is, y'all. All right. So we have Sam Marie. She is one of my connections from Clubhouse. And so we were talking about having this conversation about a groundhog existence. So I'm not going to get all into it. I'm going to let her come on, introduce herself, and we're going to have a great conversation. All right. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Sam Marie. Hey, Sam, you're on mute. So good to see you. There you go.
Hello, Lachelle. Oh my gosh, this afternoon has been wild. I'm trying to get my camera
Okay.
sitting here. Oh gosh, I look like I still have a little sheen. I've been running, trying to make it on. So I give you my apologies. It looks like
Oh,
I've been bathing in a mist of
you
water
are
or
all
something.
good. We had Della who was on earlier, so I don't know if she's still on. It's hard to read the comments, y'all, and then try to broadcast at the same time.
Oh
But
God.
yeah, looks like she's joining us on Facebook. Yeah, she's on Facebook.
Uh-oh. Have you're frozen for me.
Can you hear me?
I
Can you
can
hear me?
hear you. Oh, there you are now. There
Okay.
you are now.
It's girl, I'm so used to technical difficulty. So look, if something happens, girl, just keep on talking,
Just
okay?
expect it, right? And if nothing happens, then it's almost like, whoa, wait a minute, nothing's going on. What do we do? What do we do?
Exactly. Exactly. So before we get into this conversation, because I'm excited about it,
Yes.
tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Lola Marie Thomas. I am a personal life coach for single, youth, and young adult, pregnant, and parenting moms.
Awesome.
I'm excited about that. I assist moms in creating lives that are beyond the rat race of their everyday so that they can work on building legacies today for their
Hmm.
families tomorrow.
Oh,
I
that's
hail from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm excited to be on with you this evening, Lachelle.
I am excited. So, let's just tell everybody why are we doing this today? Of all the things you could be doing on New Year's Eve, which you might be partying afterwards. You looking good, girl.
No, well,
So,
I said, trust me, nothing partying over here but some boiled sweet potatoes to try to bake this pie tomorrow. But no.
okay. So what was so important about doing this today?
Well, part of it is a challenge. It's a personal challenge for me, for myself. Um,
Mhm.
that's the biggest reason. It's a personal challenge, and I wanted to be able to round the year out strong. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
There was some efforts that I'd made earlier in the year that I did not um, continue with,
Mhm.
and I kind of let them fall by the wayside. But this here is my effort to finish strong again and to set up for next year,
I love
to
that.
position myself for for other opportunities like this.
I love that because,
Thank
I just wanted to highlight that because so many people are like, it's 2021 is over. I don't have time. You still got time. It's not
you.
midnight
Yes,
yet, at least
yes,
where I'm at or where you're
yes.
at. So you still, if you have something you can do, you can get it done. So that's great. Now,
I
so the
have one more
title,
task in addition to this one that I'm working on that I have to have done before 12 o'clock midnight Central Time.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see. Are we living a groundhog existence? So talk to us about this question, you know, uh, what it means to you, how we can learn from it.
Well, what I began to early, well, since definitely since the pandemic hit, and a little bit prior to that, because my daughter was diagnosed with a condition at the
Mhm.
beginning of 2020,
Mhm.
and I took leave of absence
Mhm.
from work,
Mhm.
and so after that, COVID came in, like a flood. So then I was not working. I was
Mm.
working from home.
Mhm.
And then after that, in October of 2020, I found myself unemployed altogether.
Mm.
But what I came to realize is that I was sitting in the same spot every day. It was almost
Mm.
as if a ton of bricks had landed on me, and I found myself immobile, not just physically, but mentally. That
Mm.
place of darkness or depression had gotten so heavy that I was literally, I would wake up, find myself on the couch, sit there throughout the course of a day and watch series of movies over
Mm.
and over again, just continuously watching television or movies. And then it would be dark, dinner
Mm.
time, bedtime, and then here I was again. So
Wow.
for me, that was my Groundhog Day. I was
Mhm.
finding that I wasn't being productive at all in my life.
Mm.
And so I had to come out of that place. And I was literally in a dark, dark place. It was as if I remember, I don't remember if I was sleeping or if I had started daydreaming, but I was was being pulled into my couch like
Wow.
this, literally. And
Wow.
I just sprang up in a prayer, and I knew at that point that something had to change. I was sinking, not just,
Wow.
you know, in my mind. I felt as if I was sinking physically as well. So, groundhogs live and they burrow
Mhm.
underground and make their homes there. So
Mhm.
not only in a figurative way, in consideration of the movie The Groundhog Day, I
Mhm.
felt like I was literally living a groundhog existence.
That is something. Now, so, did you speak to anybody about this? Because I'm just thinking, how was your family responding to this pattern that was going on? Were they noticing anything? I mean, how was that taking place?
They were noticing things. My son came home to visit at the beginning of the year last year, and he was home for about a month and a half, 2 months or thereabout. And
Mhm.
he saw it. He was concerned. He saw that I was only eating once a day. If I
Mm.
was eating then, he saw that was my daily routine. I wasn't getting out, I wasn't walking, I wasn't talking to anyone, I was just watching movies.
Mm.
And his concern for me at that time was that I was sifting away, and he said that.
Wow.
His response was, "Mama, if you have to be our example,
Mm.
and you have to build yourself up. You have to get from this place because we need to be able to say when we turn your age, mama did this, so we can do it too." So
Mm.
he really checked me. He really checked me, and it bothered me.
Mhm. That's
I
awesome.
felt as if I were being scolded, as if I were a child being scolded. But he did. He scolded me. He's 32, but he had a better understanding of what was going on than maybe my 19-year-old was, and so that helped me out a lot and
Mhm.
propelled me to like really, really push
I
and
love that.
get myself together.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, our kids can put us in check real quick. You know what I mean? It's like whatever we tell them, it's like some daggers when they come back telling us what we done already said. And
what
then
we've already
you
what we've
can't say
already
you
told
don't
them.
know what you're talking about because they got it from us.
Yes, yes, and that's really interesting, Lachelle, because he's the oldest child. He's gone through more with me than any of the other ones have, but
Mhm.
he's always been like that. He is probably the president of my fan club.
Aw.
Um, I remember when we moved from Boston to Memphis, and I
Mhm.
was running for the position of president for the PTO
Mm.
at his school.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I really didn't try to talk about myself that much or really put myself out there. Uh, what happened? They started to vote. The other
Mhm.
parents started to vote, and
Mhm.
I walked out. And so he came out there crying. He was crying. He was upset.
Mhm.
What he said was, he said, "Mama, you got to tell him. You've got to tell them who you are. You've got to tell them what you've been doing. You've got to tell them the things that you did when we lived in Boston, because they're talking about they don't know you. Why would they vote you in? Who are you?" So he was like so passionate about my ability to function in that position. And he came out into the hall. He's like, "Mama, you got to tell them. They don't know you. They don't know who you are, what you can do." And I just went out there and gave it my all, and I became the president of the PTA
That is
for
so
his middle school.
awesome.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
how old was he?
He was in the seventh. He was in the seventh grade.
That's awesome.
He was in
That
the
is
seventh
awesome.
grade. Yes, yes.
That is so look, he sounds like he knows a little bit about marketing.
Or he know a lot about his mama.
I know that's right. That is so good. That is
He knows a
awesome.
lot about his mama. Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
for people that might be in that space, having that groundhog experience, or existence, what would you say would be the first thing that they need to do? And by the way, Michelle with a smile says hello.
Hi,
Okay.
Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Um, what I would suggest, I knew a part of what I was going through again was a depression.
Mhm.
And so, because this was an experience that I'm familiar with, I had tools and resources that I could access, and I needed to pull them out of the drawer, pick up the telephone, and reach out. To the resources that I had at hand. So I called
Mhm.
my counselor and I made an appointment, and I began to have conversations and help myself to get out of that place. Everyone doesn't have a counselor, and everyone doesn't believe in taking that route, but
Mhm.
I did, and so I created a plan to just um, be intentional about my daily tasks,
Mhm.
getting up. I started at home, just cleaning up my space,
Mm.
decluttering my space, so that my mind could be clear.
Mhm.
Okay. And then so that I could think. And
Mhm.
then I just got up and started going to the library, just being more active than I had been.
Mhm.
looking for work. Um, I started a class as a personal, the certification for the life coaching class. I started that, and
Mhm.
I started taking other online classes for through Google.
Mhm.
Google has online classes, so I started doing that, and I found this app entitled Clubhouse, where I met a wonderful group of people that allowed me to be 100% who I am, and they became a pillow or a hug for me,
Oh.
where I was able to learn different strategies to help me get beyond the place that I was at the time. So I would suggest that people reach out to others that may be able to lend them a hand,
Mhm.
lend them an ear, a shoulder, because a lot of times if you get over that first cry, that first
Mhm.
just someone to hear you out,
Mhm.
oftentimes you can begin to rebuild yourself after that.
Now, and that's really a good suggestion when it comes to reaching out to other people. But how was it that you felt comfortable to trust? Because I know when I was going through my situation, you kind of go through this, oh, I don't want anybody to know. You know what I mean? I should have this figured out. How did you overcome that, to really be able to open up with somebody?
I had to I had to recognize for myself that this was a place that I had been in. I'd found
Mhm.
myself here before. So
Mm.
obviously I didn't have the answer. And I just I don't know if there's any magic to it at all. I just knew that I needed help. And I knew that I
Mm.
couldn't do it on my own. That it wasn't character, it was chemical. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
this was something that I needed a professional to assist me with.
Mhm.
And
I
that's why
love that.
I reached out.
I love that. Yeah, because I think, so many people may be in this space. They're thinking, man, I went through this with 2021. They had this list of stuff they wanted to accomplish. They didn't get it all done. So they're in that dark space. They're
Yeah.
in that space of thinking that, you know, uh, it's not a fresh start. They're kind of trying to move into a new area, but they still have this baggage that they're carrying. So, what would be something that you would tell them to kind of start letting some of that stuff go?
I would tell them to forgive themselves
Mhm.
for any feelings of guilt for not making the mark that they had set up for 2021.
Mhm.
Revisit those areas that those goals that they didn't
Mhm.
meet,
Mhm.
and just move on from this space. Thank God we're here
Mhm.
to be able, that we've been given another day. Each day we've been
Mhm.
given, rather, Lachelle, is a day to get it
Yeah.
right. you
Amen.
know.
I love that.
So I would say, forgive yourself, because that's what oftentimes I would do, and I fight it
Mhm.
today. I would like having a pity party, so to speak, but it's not like it. But that can be paralyzing. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Because that sets
Mhm.
up a level of fear because you didn't meet your goal. Why didn't you
Mhm.
meet your goal? And then you begin to fear, can you meet your goal? You begin to feel inept,
Mhm.
or feel like you're unqualified. Those things will paralyze you. That
Mhm.
self-doubt talk. You have
Mhm.
to be your own amen corner. I created
Mhm.
an acronym for amen recently, Lachelle, being an amen corner. We always can co-sign what the pastor is saying or what the preacher is saying, right?
Mhm.
So if you are your own amen corner, or if you are that for someone else, you affirm them, or you affirm
Mhm.
yourself in a
Mhm.
positive way. You motivate them, or you motivate yourself. You encourage them. David encouraged himself, right? And
Mhm.
then, you say no to self-doubt. You say no to negativity.
Mm.
You say no to selfishness. And you say no to feeling lack, no to lack of self-esteem. So be your own encourager. And do that for others as well when you are strong enough and in a position to do it. And then sometimes you may not be strong enough to do it for yourself, but when you do it for others, because I find that is the case with me. I'm always trying to encourage someone else and be their cheerleader, but when I do that for them, it encourages me as well. So it makes me
Amen.
say, okay, well, Sam, if you could do it for them, why can't you do it for yourself? If you see that that's what they're doing, why can't you do it for yourself? So be your own amen corner.
I love that. That is so good. I love that. And I love those acronyms. So
I know you do.
affirm, motivate, encourage, and no to self-doubt
Yes.
and self-sabotage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
another one to add.
No,
I love
no to
that.
all the negativity. Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
that. Now, so
Yes.
what is on the horizon for you in 2022? Because you're finishing strong. What are some things that you want to see accomplished for 2022?
Well, I am employing my 4Gs, my 4Gs for greatness. Okay.
Okay.
I am gleaning from 2020 and 2021, 2019,
Mhm.
and 20, every 19, every every other year that has gone by, right? So I'm going to
Mhm.
glean from
Mhm.
my experiences, because 2021 was a huge teacher, right?
Mhm.
Um, I am going to gird myself and get down into what those lessons were that I learned, and
Mhm.
pull out from them um, strategies to help me move forward. Okay.
Mm.
So from there, I believe that I am growing. I
Mhm.
I firmly believe that today, December 31st, 2021, at 7:57 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am not the person that I was this time 365 days ago. Okay.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
I am growing. Okay. And I'm going
Mhm.
to continue to grow, and I am going to glow. So,
I love
those
it.
are my 4Gs for greatness. Um, Glean, gird, grow, and glow. I
Okay.
am looking forward to just being more present in my community.
Mhm.
I am looking forward to being able to spotlight other moms,
Mhm.
young moms in my community. I have this whole, I came across, I came across Walt Disney's synergy map,
Oh,
okay, from
yeah. No,
1957.
okay.
And so I put Longesco Enterprises in the middle, and then I put um, Come Talk with Me over here to eventually become a podcast on the media side. And I have over here Ice Cream for My Coffee, which is a spiritual or ministry arm that I have been working on. And Martha to Mary, a mentoring program that I hope to be able
Mm.
to kick off. I want to be able to kick off some online or digital courses and webinars on
Mhm.
self-esteem building and personal development. I so much that I desire to do. Um, but I'm looking forward to those things glowing and
Mhm.
putting them out there, Lachelle, quite honestly. So yeah,
I
that's what
love
I'm looking
that.
forward to.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
That is
Thank you.
good. Now,
Thank
so we've been talking about like, our visions and stuff and how we can have them in front of us and things like that. So what do you plan on doing, to kind of keep this top of mind. So, hey, whoever that is. Oh, it's 3M is on here too.
Well, hey, 3M.
Yeah.
I wonder how she likes that new name she's been given.
I love nicknames. It's
I
so
like
funny.
it. It's
Like when
cute.
I would have guests and I couldn't pronounce their name, I'd give them a new name. And so it just worked out.
Especially a name
But
that helps you to remember them, right?
yes, but don't you think that's special for somebody to give you a nickname?
I
I
do.
think it's special,
I
you
do.
know.
I do.
So, yeah, back to the vision. So, keeping them top of mind. What are some things you plan on doing? Because I like to hear other people's things.
Well, some strategies that we've learned recently is to journal, definitely every day. Like
Mhm.
meaning journal your tasks every day, or at
Mm.
least map them out the night before so that you can be ready to tackle them the next day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Keeping calendars better than I've ever kept a calendar before. Um, to keep them top of mind, I am working with a coach now in a group coaching session, which is helping me a lot, making me very much accountable.
Mhm.
And just working with people because I am now employed 100%, throughout the course of the day, and
Mhm.
full time. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm employed full time, so whenever I have an opportunity to work on my personal projects, that's gonna is because of that, and it spills over sometimes in the evening. That makes it harder for me to be able to work on my stuff, but I just have to be intentional about making sure I get it done. And if that's how you what you mean by keeping it
Yeah,
top
I
of
love that because I think so many people, as we're going into a new year, everybody, for the most part, and they say, "Oh, I'm not going to do a resolution," or some people do resolutions, but we all are talking about it. We
mind.
all have this mindset that, hey, I'm going to be doing something different next year.
Hmm.
And a lot of times we kind of have these big audacious goals, but within a couple weeks we kind of forgot where we even got started. So
Hmm.
just trying to find ways that we can kind of keep that top of mind. So I think it's good to hear other people's way that they do it because we can't give up on our dreams and
Hmm.
goals. And I think if we do it in a way that makes sense and is in a manageable a way, that it can help us to be a lot more successful.
I think that one of I'm working. I will be incorporating a new challenge, um, 75 Love, where there are tasks that I will be challenged to complete on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And for some reason, in my heart of hearts, my own personal responsibilities and making sure that I have things done for True Legacy Coaching, that keeps coming to mind as if that's something that I needed to add to that list of
Mm.
the other challenges, the other tasks for that challenger in the course of the day. So that is something that I personally will incorporate into my 75 Love Challenge. Just
Mhm.
working at least an hour a day on True Legacy Coaching, making phone calls,
Mhm.
writing, making, creating content, on social media. I am going to incorporate that into my challenge so that way I know I will stay on task
I
with the
love
things
that.
that need to be done. Hmm.
Yeah, I love that, and I think it's so good to start the new year with a challenge. I think because and doing it with community. I think that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to with this challenge is that
Yeah.
we're not by ourselves, and just do today.
Yes.
We just have to do it one day at a time. I'm telling you, that's about all I can handle. Okay. I'm
There's a
looking at
song
all
that says,
these, I see all these videos, people jumping out of airplanes. I'm like, this is me. Okay. I feel like I'm jumping out of an airplane. So,
I don't think that jumping out of the airplane is something that I desire to do. However, because I'd been in this rat race and in this groundhog type of existence,
mhm,
with all of that I shared with you a few minutes ago, that is like jumping out of an airplane for me. It takes that
mhm,
much courage, as much courage to do that and see
right.
it through as it would be to strap on a parachute, and jump from 20,000 feet, I guess, 10,000
So
feet. I
true.
don't know how high they go up, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way, and that's what I'm saying too about, coming out of depression, out of these mindsets, because they just keep on going like on repeat. So to
mm-hmm,
break that cycle, it is a challenge. You
it
got to
is a
do it in
challenge.
small doses, but
Mm-hmm.
support and mindset, all these things that you work on a daily basis definitely help you to kind of get out of that. So that is good. So,
Yes,
as
ma'am.
we close in 2021, what is some advice or something that you would like to share for your final thoughts with everybody who's listening? We've got Della, 3M, Michelle with a smile. I think Cecilia's on, and some other people. It's hard for me to read y'all and have the same you trying to be professional. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you read a thing and then you off track, forgot what you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, what final thoughts would you like to share with everybody?
Okay. I would like to share one. That if you're having a challenge with um, staying the course,
Mhm.
create varied create a varied routines that help you maintain some level of construct for your day,
Mm,
especially if you find yourself in a place like I had, just sitting on the edge of the couch and being sifted, and that's
mhm,
life, that's time.
mhm, mhm,
We know that time is but a vapor, and so we
mhm,
so create varied routines so that they won't be regimented, and you don't feel
mm,
burnout from them, but you can they could be the same thing, just do them at different times of the day. You might wake up, pray or meditate and do some exercise, or you may wake up, meditate, exercise and then pray.
mhm,
There are no rules to that. Okay,
mhm,
so I would suggest, first of all, create a routine that offers some various constructs for the day. Journal your plans for the day. That
mhm,
way, you don't get up and you're just arbitrarily going about the day haphazardly. Okay, so
mhm,
journal your plans and be constructive in that way. And what I also would like to say is do something different.
mm,
Try a new task, take up a hobby, um, help someone do. It's funny because when I was a younger woman, when I
mhm,
was a younger woman, um, I always wanted to be in media. I wanted to be a PR person,
mm,
and never had the opportunity to do that. Um, and I've been thinking recently, why can't I do it today? What am I doing now in a way? You know what I mean?
mhm,
I can do it.
mhm.
I can do There are opportunities for me to use social media for that purpose, if for nothing else alone. So I can I can have the Sam Lola Marie show every day of the week if that's what I desire, right?
Yeah.
So what's that thing that you want to do that seems so far-fetched and unreachable? Chip at it. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Just
mhm,
take a bite out of it a day, so find a new task or something that you really desire to do and work on it. And the biggest thing for me, um, is the best place to start at doing something new and different for yourself is to simply start. And
I
that's what I
love
would
that.
say.
I love that. That is some great words of wisdom. And we have quite a little audience. I think this is awesome. Normally when I'm doing this thing on YouTube, I for one, I forget to put the comments on. So I'm over, can't see nothing. Okay. People just talking and I don't even have them on. But now I'm able to see that this is great. We've got a lot of them that are engaged. So
Thank
we
you,
want to
everyone,
thank,
for coming out,
yeah,
hanging
we
out
want
with us.
Yes. So we want to thank everybody for joining us and really excited. This is the last interview that I've done for 2021.
I'm
And
making history.
yes, I am so excited though. I'm excited about a new year. My
Yes.
husband and I's wedding anniversary, 29th, is January 2nd. So,
Oh, happy
yeah,
anniversary. And you
thank
said
you.
29 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Congratulations, Lachelle.
thank
Congratulations.
you.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Look, y'all are goals. Hashtag goals, as the
I'm
kids would
telling
say.
you, hey, it is, life happens, and I'm telling you,
Yes, yes, yes.
but it's a blessing because, there's ups and downs, and that's the thing we try to tell our kids, everything is not always rainbows, but, it is a blessing to be committed and, have both of you have that mindset. So I think that's
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
And we
always
grew up
say,
together.
I, that's the cool part about it.
Hmm.
I always say that, and you may have heard me say it before, but I've never been married. However, being married and having
Hmm.
children are beautiful things, but there ain't nothing cute about them.
About
They
them.
take hard work. It's not a game. It's not a joke.
So
Ain't nothing cute
true.
about it.
You right. I mean, we really have grown up together. It's so funny to think about it. And it is just you gotta get out of the fairy tale. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
think for a lot of women, we get caught up in the fairy tale and hey, let's deal with real life, when
yes,
things happen. So your kids
yes.
grow up and all these different things. So but I'm excited. We got married at the beginning of the year because we wanted to start the year off right. That was why we got
Okay,
got married in January.
okay,
So,
okay, okay.
it's new year, new anniversary. So, yeah, excited.
Well,
Mhm.
congratulations. I'm excited for you. 29 years is that's a lot of time. That's a lot of
Mhm.
time. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It is quite an accomplishment. Yeah.
are.
So,
It is. Shoot. It
I
is.
know.
Yeah, I've been a parent longer than that. So
It is crazy. I know. It's hard to think about. You know what I mean? Because you think about it as kids, and I'm thinking, wow, 29 years, I must be old.
you're
I'm
still
getting
a
up there.
baby.
But we had some friends
That's
who
the
they
goal
just,
though, Michelle. Don't forget.
yeah, we had some friends that just celebrated their 40th anniversary,
My
so they
sister
got
just
married
celebrated
pretty young.
42. She
Yeah.
was 21. She
Mm-hmm.
turned 63 on her birthday and on the 8th of January. 42 years. And I found her husband. I found him. I
Oh,
noticed him first. Yes, I noticed him. I was nine and
well,
I
you
looked out
might
the
want to
window.
get, look, you might want to get into matchmaking. That might be another.
she she always teases me about that,
Mm-hmm.
because I was so young, and she always calls him my boyfriend, but yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
called my sister to the window. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this man, he was so handsome. And he was driving a 1979 midnight black Grand Prix, tan leather seats with the tan pinstripe on the side, and he was.
I mean, you still remember
We love him
that.
today.
That is so
That is
awesome.
my
That's
brother.
awesome.
That is my brother. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. That's my brother.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you might have another little job going on. Matchmaking. Hey,
Well,
I mean, we
look,
need
if
some
I can help,
matchmakers out here.
you know, we talk about look, we talk about being an amen corner for other people. I need to be matchmaking for me. I need somebody in my corner to matchmake for me.
Well, hey, you know what? Leave it to God, girl. He'll bring you the right one.
Oh, that's
Okay.
because he is definitely in my corner. You are
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. He's definitely in my corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's on my list too, to show for the new year,
Okay.
just to go
Well,
on
look.
dates. Yeah.
Oh, look. You shouldn't have told me. Look, you said it in front of the audience.
I
I'm gonna be
said
doing some matchmaking. Look, that's a room we can have in the elephant strategy.
it. Yep.
What was
I
that?
plan on
One of
going on
those
dates.
dating shows? What was that one? Where
Oh
the
my
people you
gosh.
couldn't see them.
And
You
then they would
couldn't
flip
see
around in the chair on the other
Yeah,
side, and then
what
like
was
it would be
that?
one guy, the bachelor, and then he'd have the bachelorettes,
Right,
and
right.
yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah. They
fun.
turn
That's a
around
good
and
Michelle with the smile says, "Yep, matrimony." Look, somebody did get married on Clubhouse though. Did y'all know about
you're
that?
kidding.
They had the first wedding. Yeah. They're
They
doing good.
probably met on Clubhouse has
They
been in
met on
existence long enough for
Clubhouse.
them to have dated. That is true.
But
So
it was
cool.
long distance. I think she was in Canada and or either he lived somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, girl, they're on there. They got married, had the first wedding. I got some pictures of it, I think. But yeah, they would PTR part of the ceremony. Yeah, what they did is
So
they
that we
had
could
their,
see
yeah, it was on Clubhouse. And I'm trying to think. Ja Rule was there. He came. Jim Quick. Yeah, girl, it was on Clubhouse. I can't remember what month it was. I have to go through my Della said she met her husband on the internet. I have a friend,
did
they've
she?
been married
See,
for a long
I'm
time. They met
afraid of
on the
that one.
internet. They met on the internet.
I just am not bold. I'm just not bold enough for the internet dating. Although I was
But you didn't met
on
people on Clubhouse.
probably better than well, I
She
met a
said
guy,
Match.com. She did it on Match.com, and then it was the dating game
the
was the name
dating
of that
game.
show.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I
Mhm.
was on Facebook dating for a little while, and then I took my profile down, and I was at the corner store. And this man came up to me. He said, "I know you. You do you know where you know me from?" I was like, He's like, "You stand right there. Don't you move." So he got his stuff and he came back over. He said, "Facebook dating." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I ain't So he was like, "Let me get your number." And I was like, And he said, just take let me get your. I was like, "No." He said, "You already started on the Facebook." I was like, "No, sir." He said, "Well, let me give you my number." I said, "You can give it to me, but I'm not gonna call you."
That is hilarious.
So yes,
Now, Michelle with the smile says it's easy to do background checks.
I said, "I don't have time for all that drama. Just hook up the barbecue. Tell me to be there. I'll bring my potato salad and raisins,
But at
so we
least,
can have
you
something
know
to
what?
talk about."
I'm telling you, it's
Mm-mm.
a different world today because at
I
least you
don't
can
have time
kind
for
of
all that.
look up their profiles though and
No,
see if
that's
they're on
ridiculous
other
to me.
social media places
Mm-mm.
and see if they're real people and stuff. But
Well, I
hey,
guess that makes sense.
Della could give you some insight.
Some
She
pointers
met
on
her
that one.
husband on matchbook.com. I mean matchbook. Match.com. Yeah,
No, that's
the
just a lot
Facebook
for me.
user says God has someone in mind for you. Are you able to see the comments?
Absolutely.
Are you able to see the comments too?
I didn't do the stream yard request thing. I don't see any
Oh, okay.
comments. So,
Okay.
with StreamYard, you have to let them know it's
Okay.
okay. But I didn't get a chance to do that. I jumped right on because I was running.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
this has been
yeah.
so much fun. We want to thank all of our Elephant Strategy Club members who are with us. Yeah, she said the Google search makes it hard for people to hide uh, bigamy, if they're, polygamy or whatever. But, see, a community can help you with this, and I'm telling you, we might all have a friend of a friend of a friend,
I
right?
mean, if
That we
you
can
have
just,
someone to refer, absolutely.
yeah.
I'll take referral.
So
We can
I think that'd
collaborate
be
on
good. Yeah,
that.
like-minded people, you never know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but
All
we
right,
wanna
good
thank
stuff.
y'all so much for joining us this evening, and we wanna wish y'all happy New Year.
Yay.
Be safe tonight. Don't, just be careful. I mean, there's so much going on with this COVID and all this stuff. Just be careful. So,
Amen.
looking forward to a nice, prosperous, and peaceful 2022 and great things happening. And
Amen.
get your towel and workout clothes ready for 75 hard. Awesome. Well, we
Whew.
will see you guys next year. Thank you so much for watching us this evening. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. In the meantime, we will see you later. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Show them a different hand.